welcome to my channel. My name is Helen and I upload weekly videos on simplicity and joyful living. Today I want to share with you my experience on how I recently refurbished my Mansur Gavriel mini bucket bag. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I've had this bag since 2014, so it's been exactly 6 years. And to be honest, in the last 6 years, this was definitely my go-to bag. It's my favorite bag in my collection. I used it probably 75% of the time, and I just loved it so much. And I remember it was a really hard bag to get at that time. I just fell in love with it, and I knew I had to have it. And so I felt really lucky at that time to be able to get my hands on one. Now it's not a hard bag to get at all, but that doesn't mean I love it any less. However, that being said, because it was my everyday bag, I definitely didn't baby the bag. So there were a lot of scratches and wear and tear on this bag. So a few months ago, I actually stopped using the bag because I noticed one of the corners was starting to develop a hole. So that made me immediately stop using the bag because I didn't want the problem to get any worse. Now, in the KonMari way, once you finish a tidying festival, you are left with a lot less items, but that also means you can take better care of your items, and it makes you want to take better care of your items because you realize how rare it is for you to have things that you really love. So when you do have something you love, you want to have it for as long as possible. So this is a topic that I often talk about with my clients, and it's a topic I'm personally really interested in. I'm always looking for different ways I can learn how to take better care of my stuff in order to increase the longevity. So I started watching some YouTube videos on how people were doing that and taking good care of their things, and I felt really inspired to try to do this. So I'm going to try to insert some footage of what the bag looked like beforehand, and I want to tell you also, I've sewn the strap a few times in the last 6 years because the thread was coming apart and the strap is coming apart. So I was able to sew it a few times with my sewing machine that can handle leather. And some of the other things that I've noticed definitely was the outside was severely scratched and the top edge was like worn off. So I can start seeing where the inside and the outside, like the red part and the black part, was starting to separate. And then, as I mentioned, the corner was all worn. The inside of the bag, however, was a different story. The inside of the bag was in really, really good condition, and that's because I was able to make this bag organizer. And if you like to learn how to make a bag organizer, let me know below and I will see if I can make a video on it, because I do think I need a new one. I have used this one for 6 years, so I could probably make myself a new one as well. So here's the inside. As you can see, it's in pretty good condition. And when I first got this bag, I actually hated the fact that there were no compartments. I thought, oh, it was so hard to find anything. And that's really why I was inspired to make this handbag organizer. And if you don't want to make your own, I know there's different companies where you can order them. At that time, 6 years ago, there was no such thing. So I just made my own. So what happened was I was watching some YouTube videos. I made a small list of items that I thought I might need for this project. And then I went over to Tandy Leather, which is in Calgary. I know they do have location. I'm not sure if it's across North America, but definitely in different parts of Canada, there's Tandy Leather locations. The first product I went to get was this. It's called the EcoFlow Edge Flex. So I actually was going to get the Edge Cot, which is the product that I saw a lot of people use on YouTube. However, when I went to Tandy Leather and I talked to one of their employees there, I was advised to buy this one because I was using it on the straps like this and the straps like this along the edge. And also I ended up using it on the top of the purse as well. So she said, you want to make sure that it's flexible, whereas Edge Cot is more stiff and not flexible, so it might crack when you start using the straps. And I also bought this leather paint, which I didn't even know was a thing. So this is the black acrylic leather paint. There were 4 different finishes, I think, and I just got the regular one. And so this came with, like, as you can see, it's kind of like a nail polish brush. So that made it really convenient to use. And I also got this acrylic finisher, which you're supposed to use after you paint it. There was a product that was recommended to me by the employee. She said I should get a deglazer to deglaze the leather before I paint it. However, I bought it, and after I got home, I was thinking about what she said about how you should really use it outdoors and that it's really toxic and you shouldn't use it indoors. And just, I don't know, the whole idea of the glazing leather, it felt really intimidating to me. So I ended up returning that product and I didn't use it. I thought, well, if the corners are worn off and the corner was where I was painting it, then I probably didn't need to deglaze it. I'm not sure. But like I said, I am not an expert on this topic. This is just something I want to learn, and I try to learn, I guess. And the last product I got was this 4-way care leather conditioner, because I actually don't own anything like this. So this can preserve, strengthen, clean, and beautify leather. I also got these. So this is a sanding stick. It came in a package like this. The lady did say that you can just use emery boards if you have it, but I didn't own any emery boards, so I bought this. And then the last product I have here is this metal stick, which is called the Edge Paddle. So this is how I applied this product on my purse. Okay, let's get started. I hope you enjoyed that clip of me working on my handbag. The entire process probably took me about 5 hours, and then after that I let it rest overnight as I had painted it and I want to make sure the paint had enough time to dry. So after I did the whole thing, the next day I was looking at it and I felt like the outside leather was looking really dull. I did use the 4-way conditioner, and I also used this wax. I believe this is a wax. It's called Frye Weatherproof dressing. This is something that I had used on leather boots before. And anyway, I just felt like it could use a little bit more shine and it was looking a little dull. So I did go out and I bought this kiwi black shoe polish because I thought since this one had a color in it, it might be better. And I was able to apply it using the polish applicator that I already had at home. And after I did that, I waited another day and I sprayed it with this Tana All Protector that I usually use on my shoes. Like I said, I am not an expert at all. I just wanted to share my experience on how I was able to refurbish my handbag. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I think it looked great. Just the sheen is back, and because of the color polish, I felt like you can't really tell where I had painted it. And yeah, I started using this bag again, and that made me realize how much I missed it as well. And one more thing I want to note is I was actually missing one of these grommet things, and they didn't have the exact size at Tandy Leather, so I was able to contact Mansur Gavriel directly, and they were able to send me 2 more. The only thing I did differently this time is I applied a little clear nail polish on the threads before I put this what do we call this rivet, this grommet back on, and I hope that will help it stay. That was what was advised to me from the lady at Tandy Leather. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, as I do have a lot of other fun contents planned in the coming weeks. And until next time, choose joy, live well.